You all reconvene at the piss bucket.
All right, good news. I found where he's staying.
You did?
Yeah.
So where's this?
It's a manor, like down that road that way. He has a thingy with horses, and I saw the guard walk there, so I'm fairly certain he's staying there. It's kind of a fortified house. There's a few guards with how's it called? Spears.
Yes.
And leather hides and shit.
Spades.
I'm sure
That is fantastic work. Thank you so much. Tariq, Dana, is this confirmed? We have a bead on where he is?
We do have a location on where we believe him to be.
I have very reliable information. Ron came up with the good idea of seeking out the, following the money to find out how a person is. We went to a tax collector, asked about the prince. It would seem that at first glance he's actually a very good man who, if not for the tyranny of Rossi, would probably be a better man, if you catch my drift. So I do not think this is the man that we execute to destabilize or do anything of the sorts.
Did he... do you think approaching him would benefit us in any way?
Exactly, Tariq. My idea would be we seek an audience with him, and I want to put ourselves at as little risk as possible because it would be it's a big risk, but the idea would be to talk to him about who we should be thinking about narrowing our gaze upon for the service of destabilizing Verossi. But of course, if he is not nearly as loyal or excuse me, as disloyal as it were, that we believe him to be, then we could be in a world of pain.
I think we should do it. I mean, worst case scenario, we just kill them all, right?
Well, with respect, Spades, we'll do the strategizing.
Guys, I want you to give me an intelligence check.
This usually goes really well for me.
Shit, my character is
intelligence checks for everybody.
Everybody?
No, not everybody.
Oh, not bad.
Shut up, JP. Sit in your corner.
Hey, man, I've been hearing all this. My character understands. We're good.
Hey, actually, that's
wow.
Fucking brilliant.
Okay.
Okay, I actually fall forward on the table as my head swells up to 10 times its size. My body can't hold it up. What do I know, Neal? Oh, you're going to type it to me. Okay. If it's math, though, don't type it to me. I don't want to hear it, please.
If it's math, I don't want to hear it. Don't type me math, Neal.
Okay. Yeah, there you go, Jeff. That's all. That's all. Very small.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Another idea, guys. And again, I would want to gather more information on this, but the conversation I had with the tax collector did lead me to believe that the younger brother is more openly in dispute with Verossi and is willing to take action, which would destabilize the region, of course, but also would be an open rebellion against Verossi in these trying times. And with the four generals fighting each other, there's a good chance that, maybe he's strong enough. And the reason I bring this up is that he is next in line to inherit behind the prince. So if the prince were to fall, the younger brother would take his spot.
So do we have a knowledge of where the younger brother is?
Last we heard, Arrows, north of here.
I think that'd be a town worth visiting.
So, are you sure you just don't want to talk to the prince? I mean...
Oh, no.
If
like
he's
I
on the
just said.
same line, we could go talk to him a little bit.
Yep, it's interesting, though. It's a tough spot to be in because if we show our hand and he is violently disposed of it, he'll try to kill us or have us killed. So I think the sequence of events is we seek out a word with him. We ask him his thoughts and see where he's at and see if he could help us and be prepared, if he is not, to remove him from power so that his brother can take over the throne.
Works for me.
Okay.
Tariq, Dana, your thoughts?
Yeah. I think we should head out for Arrows.
You don't seem to understand what's happening here. Eros is 3 towns up. That's where the younger
Correct.
brother is. We're currently in the same town as the brother we're talking about visiting and possibly murdering. So that brother in Eros could then take power.
Okay, so my thoughts are that we want to get our ducks in a row before we do this. Sorry, I didn't explain myself. So I would like to at least speak to this younger brother so that we have we kind of know what we're getting into. Because yes, we assume he'll be taking over the throne, but I think if we go talk to him and maybe either ally ourselves with him, or at the very least know that we'll be leaving the place in better hands than if we didn't kill his brother, it'd make me feel better.
That would be safer and obviously the better choice to know everything. But unfortunately, I believe the challenge before us is that to head up north, 3 towns north, to pursue possibly gathering intelligence and even trying to understand the younger brother, we would be putting ourselves in the opposite direction of the older brother that is traveling south, far south, away from us. So I don't think we're going to be bouncing between towns for the next 6 months trying to figure this out. I think our time is now.
I think we should go talk to the prince as well.
Do we know, is this prince heading toward Fort Eska, Neal? Or do we
You do
have
not
any
know
idea?
his end point.
Okay, but he's been traveling every day, I guess, right?
At one point, you told us the name of their capital, and
Their capital is Miklograd.
yeah, and the rumor was that's where he was heading,
Yeah.
which is like not even pictured because it's so far south.
Okay.
What if
Then
What if-
I will cede my point and agree.
we just tell him, like, not necessarily where we come from, but that we know in other places the world is worse, in worse situations, and over here we feel like it's much better, and that we'd like to help him further this situation to other places and see how we can help him or something.
Sure, that's something that could be brought up as well, but
Just trying to, like, get to the point where he's like, yeah, let's kill some Veraces, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
Well, I don't
your
think
time will come, Spades. Simmer down now. We'll get you some Veracity to kill, but as always, we need to do it
All right, so
intelligently.
if we're going to unseat this man, and so I'm down for it. Spades is, Victorian is. I look at Dana, ask her how she feels about this plan.
Dana says, I dislike the idea of assassination. It's beneath us, especially of a good man.
All right,
But
well,
as a plan B, I don't think we set off to kill him. We set off to reveal that we are perhaps in accordance with his preferences, that Veracity goes away. But the plan B, which could be set in motion, is that if he is opposed to this and tries to kill us, out of self-preservation, we set in motion plan B that then puts his younger brother in power.
If he's indeed a friend, no friend to Veracity occupying forces, perhaps he can help us in some way. If he cannot, assassination is devil's work. Assassination is something that Veracity forces would do. It's beneath us, especially from such a good man. By killing him, we would plunge this entire region into chaos. Thousands of people would die.
That is true. It is not an easy choice, but those 1,000 people would not die needlessly, or uselessly rather. They would die so that Veracity could fall. That is the overall goal, right?
I've said my piece.
Carla, if this, let me ask you this another way, because I know you don't
Yes.
like the action.
Dana or Carla?
Dana, not Carla.
Okay.
Shut up, Carla.
If the man were to suddenly die,
Fuck the
due
man.
to
Sorry, what'd you say?
if this man were to suddenly die due to the power of the gods, how would you feel about it?
If a man has a heart attack and dies, a man dies. That's fine.
Yes. How would you feel?
I would be saddened at his loss, and I would pray for this region.
And do you think the region will be better or worse off?
Worse.
I see.
From everything we've been told, from everything we've learned, it sounds like his younger brother is a fool.
But a fool that opposes Veracity openly.
Yes.
Well, look, friends, let's put it this way. Our option is this. We set forward with this, or we ignore these plans and we simply head east in Verosity-controlled territory that is not distracted by destabilization. So I'm not going to force this upon anyone, and I want to know your thoughts. But those are our options as far as I see it.
And that's how you do a moral choice system, guys.
So let's have it tonight then. Tariq, what say you? Let's vote.
I think that the death of many people would be tragic.
Every day people die at
But-
Verosity. You realize this.
Yes, there is a but. I believe that unseating Verosity is the best thing we could do. So, as long as the entire crew, because we will need the entire crew, is up for it, I would like to, assuming that our vote goes through, begin strategizing how to unseat this man.
Okay. Spades, you're a young member, but you've already done some good work, and I think we can trust you. What is your vote?
I want to go talk to the prince.
Is that a simplistic way of saying talk to the prince, but then perhaps murder him if he tries to kill us?
Yeah.
Okay. Dana?
I've spoken my piece. I thought the thought of assassination is distasteful to me. But if he can help us, that is a good thing.
So talk / perhaps murder.
No murder.
Well, if he tries to kill us, are you going to lay down your sword and accept the gift of the red smile?
If he tries to kill us, I will, of course, defend myself.
I will say this much. We need to talk to him in a way that does not tip our hand. I've seen the way his guards are armed. I've seen that they are numerous. If we go in there and he wants to kill us, I think there is a very slim chance we will be able to defend ourselves.
I don't think we walk up to him and make a threat. I'm just saying we are going to try to not reveal our hand, but can you think of a conversation where you're like, how do you feel about maybe killing Verosity? But, like, that's crazy, right? Like, I don't know that there's a way to do that. I think we will be revealed.
We'd have to be very smooth-tongued indeed. I agree. But as I said, if things turn bad and he begins to attack us, he has many, many numerous armed guards.
It'll be tough. There's a really good chance that you, Spades, will certainly die. Everyone else probably will be just totally fine, but there's a very good chance.
And that old
happen.
man will still be looking for
At this point, damn it, Ryan. At this point, you hear a "What the fuck" from the corner, from a seat next to you. And one sec.
Okay. I'm just like, sorry. And I just get up and
You
move.
hear this voice coming from fucking nowhere. Just
I
like,
hear
"Sorry,
a what
sorry."
a what the fuck.
Oh, I mean,
then
there's a guy
song.
who's like, "What the fuck?" Like standing up, looking at a seat, and then there's a voice saying, "Sorry," coming from you don't know where.
I get
Okay.
up. And
I
I'm
give the
looking-
people's
I'm trying
eyebrow.
to see what's going on.
Yeah, what? So,
Um,
yeah.
The man like pushes towards the empty seat, doesn't make contact with it, but the seat falls over.
He pushes.
He makes
The
he does something
air
like
in
this. He
front
goes
of
like, ah, shit, my mic is all trapped. He goes like, if this is the seat, he goes like this, and then the whole seat just kicks back and falls. Like the air in
Yeah.
front of it. Like he Hadokens the seat, basically.
Would I ever have?
I say,
okay,
what's going on?
Neil, I just stumble and get up and walk out of the way.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, at this point, yeah.
Still invisible?
I would
Magic's
actually
forbidden.
approach the man and ask him how he made that seed fall over. You didn't even touch it.
I sat down, but it was like I sat on a person, but there's nobody there, and then I pushed a person, and then He goes and kicks the seat, and the seat just like spins
Are you
across the floor.
drunk?
Everyone's staring in the room. I was like, I swear to God, there was a person sitting there, a person I couldn't see, an invisible person.
I look at the Tariq and I'm like,
Cray cray. Is that the cray cray symbol? Yeah. I also I look at him. I say, magic is forbidden in these parts.
Except for... He kind of looks back and forth and starts to get a little bit pale.
Except
Takes
for
a
what?
deep breath, takes a gulp, and just kind of like quickly walks out the door.
Now, how many more people are in this bar?
8 more.
How many more people are paying attention to what's going on in the corner?
Everybody.
So everyone's eyes are over here?
Yeah.
Okay. I just keep to myself.
Let's what a great meal. Let's get our rooms and meet in my room to finish this conversation.
all right.
I'll pick up the chair that he kicked across the room,
Okay.
kind of examine it to see if anything is weird with it, and then go back.
Yeah, it's a magician's chair.
Okay.
It's a normal chair.
That's the one that's worth 10 grand to a vendor. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll just sell that to anyone.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, you get 10 grand.
I assume we get rooms, and I asked that they meet me in my room or something like that. So
Yeah, sure. You guys go and purchase rooms.
What do
It
you
is
guys?
2 silver a night for you guys.
I paid 24 just blindly because I just
Okay, well there you go. That covers everyone.
When he goes to say that to me, I'm like, Dana, does he ask that to you often as well, or what's
Ask
going
what?
on with this guy? To go to his room. It's pretty weird.
I think we're just going to go have a conversation.
Ah.
I don't
All
think
right.
this is some sort of infernal orgy.
I look
All right,
back and
then.
say, or is it?
She raises an eyebrow and says, "Are you asking?"
Negative.
I look at him questioningly. I'm like,
I poke my head and go, guys, if you could please, just real quick.
Everyone
Before the
shuffles
commercial
into
break.
Jeff's
Quick.
bedroom.
Neil, do
real
I
quick.
get into the bedroom?
It's a tiny room filled with what, 6 people?
Well,
3, 4, yeah, 6 people and a baby. In theory, there's room for you in there. I just think that
you want
the
to make
door
a
would
roll?
be shut on you as you were like, the last person would shut the door behind them. So I don't think that you can slip in.
Okay. Well, then I look to my left and the right in the stairs. Is there anyone there?
No.
Okay, I just cancel the spell and knock on the door.
Okay. So you guys are in the room for like 2 seconds, and all of a sudden there's a knocking at your door.
Hey, someone else wants into the
Tariq,
party.
you were the last one in.
I put my spear to the right. I lean it up against to the right of the door,
Mm-hmm.
and I answer the door with my left hand, and my right arm is like on the wall next to the spear. Ah, it's the old man. What can I do for you?
You know, I could talk to him.
You could talk to who?
Fix
prince
isn't
or-
here, old man.
You could what?
The prince or whoever you guys are trying to talk to.
I grab him by the cuff, and I throw him into the room, but I'm assuming, Neil, I need to roll to see if I completely drunkenly dodge him, or are you going to let me do that?
probably
Are
would
you
work.
dodging, Zanzel?
No, a smirk crosses my face as he pulls me into the room.
All right. He doesn't dodge. You grab him and pull him in.
So I throw him into the room, into like the middle of the room,
Mm-hmm.
and I say, how do you know of our want to talk to the prince?
Well, I heard the whole conversation. You guys are
You
pretty loud down there.
you were the talking chair,
No, I wasn't a chair. I don't have that type of magic.
Magic?
but you do have magic.
Why is it forbidden here?
Dana frowns and says, "What sort of spellcaster are you? Priest or wizard?"
Goes the better one.
Priest.
I raise my axe up. I'm like,
Which god do you worship?
The best one.
As a magic user, it stands to reason that you are either Verasi or you're very much so against it. I don't
Who-
get the sense that you're Verasi.
I don't know Verasi. I don't know that person.
well,
How
don't
are
you know
you
your
so
gods is
damn
your fucking
aloof?
cleric?
What? You guys are talking at the same time. It's really hard. Also, that one has a weird accent, and I point to the dwarf. Like, look,
Which
look,
race-
I
which
can
race
talk
is
to
he?
him.
Which race is he?
I'm just a human that's standing there.
Dana
Well, you have a
walks
weird
out of the
accent.
door and steps outside and shuts the door.
Shots fired.
I follow Dana.
Dana left?
Yeah, she just walked outside. All right, the Spades follows her outside, and you see Dana just like standing in the hallway, just going.
Like, what's going on, Dana?
There's a wizard in there. I'm gonna stand out here and make sure no one notices.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go back in. I want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
I go back in.
You head back in.
I don't let her in. My foot's in the door. I'm just kidding.
I push through. Anyway.
And we're all 7.
Just like,
Look,
so,
friend,
yeah,
I appreciate you offering help, but we're
Well-
trying to do very sensitive things here.
well,
I don't think we should be associated with magic anyway. You shouldn't be in our prisons.
Look, Spades, we met you clobbering a Verossi person in the middle of a city. If you don't mind, we're not going to take your advice on who we should associate with and who we shouldn't.
Well, then why do you associate with me?
That's a great question.
I say, look, we don't. Why you guys get pissed off real easy around here. Let's just all be friends. Let's all be good to each other, all right? I can just offer some ways to get out of there if it gets bad, or some ways to get
Well,
in
I
there. if
can
you wanna
offer a
make-
way to get out of there. And I'm
Hang
like,
on. Spades, what do you mean offer us ways to get out of there? What can you do?
Well, I mean, I can make us get out of there without being seen. I could blast a hole in the wall. I mean, I've got my tricks.
You could be a key element to this. Tariq, what do you think?
You know, this guy is crazy.
Yes.
You're
on
crazy.
first-
I'm the smartest man in
glance.
this room.
you don't
What's
even know
your
your
intelligence?
gods.
Yes. Are you above a 14?
I'm just like,
Don't
I
say it,
don't-
JP. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't
trap.
seek to his level.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't tie numbers to intelligence, lad.
Yeah, what's your IQ? But I think that this person could be a valuable member. I mean, if he can turn himself invisible, that alone.
Yeah.
would be
Neal,
huge.
at this point, I have some sort of bag on my back, like I'm carrying my goods.
Yeah, you're.
And I reach into my bag
Knapsack.
and pull out a book. It's fucking, I don't know. You tell me how many pages it would be. It's my spell book.
150.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I just like drop it on the table and be like, I can do all that. You can read through it if you want.
That's paper. You made a book.
Well, I
Can
got to
make
know the
books?
spells.
I start reading through it.
You can't read it. It's all written in some fucking crazy ass magic language.
Say, friend,
Okay.
what you offer is very, very helpful, and we very well could take you up on it, but you don't seem to understand Verossi or the gravity of the situation. Can you tell us where you come from or who you are?
Well, it might not make much sense to you, but I've been traveling the plains for about 20 years now. I was supposed
Like
to
the grassy
leave.
plains? Like
No, you young person. No, I was in some other portal. I walked through a portal about 20 years ago, and I haven't seen another human until today.
Where have you been for the last 20 years?
I don't know the names of these places. I don't even know the name of this place. I'm from the world of Eben. Do you know that place?
No.
Most
What do you
don't.
mean world? There's only
It's
one
less
world.
visited than all the other roleplay worlds.
Have you been like setting up that line the whole night?
No, not at all.
That is
I just say I've been around. One could say I've seen things that you wouldn't believe. I guess.
What is your name?
You can call me Zanzel. I used to own a magic shop back in the old days. Well, 20 years ago.
Well, let me bring you up to speed and see if you still want to offer help. What we are looking to do is ask a prince whether or not he is for or against the tyrannical power that is holding all of these people at its mercy across our planet. And he says that with like a weird, like, kind of looking at you like you're high as shit.
It's not planets, really. Those are... Planets exist inside of planes, so technically planes are bigger than planets, if that makes
I turn
sense.
to Tarek and I'm like, it's happening again. I
Okay,
think
look.
this town is filled with crazy people.
I think what you're saying is really interesting, and someday you'll have to tell me about it. It'll remind me of my dead friend Jacques, who is high as shit half the time and talked about weird stuff too. But for right now,
let's get high.
it's important that you understand we're going into enemy territory potentially, and you'll need to either fight or save our lives if that's what you're offering.
I'm not too worried about a prince. I've been in the company of demons and angels for quite some time. Let's go talk to the prince.
I really think he's crazy, guys.
Oh yeah, he's absolutely crazy.
I turn to you and dwarf and say, I'm not crazy of any sorts or of any levels.
You talk to me in dwarf?
I am speaking to you in dwarf, yes. Do you not understand this language?
Why do you speak dwarven?
I speak a lot of languages.
Which other languages do you speak?
Well, I speak Dwarven, Gnomish, Elvish, Common, Orc, Goblin, and a couple other extra planar languages. You don't know them. I'm not going to bring them up. Do we have
This
a
guy's
deal?
weird.
Basically,
we need your help.
Okay.
This could be very dangerous, so yes, we'll take your help.
Why do you even want to help us?
I don't
I've got a
know.
hunch. Oh, you mean him?
Yeah.
I think we should question him for another hour or so.
I know.
And then
I-
allow
God.
him in.
I mean,
Chad,
why do you want to help us? I think it's important part of its character for us to know why he's there with us, or
I'm
else
just.
it's hard.
Ron laughs out loud. Or Ron laughs out loud and says, "Are you serious? This crazy old man hasn't seen a person in 20 years. If I hadn't seen a person in 20 years, I'd join up with the first louts that I walked across."
You get it. I need a friend, and I'm a friendly
There it
guy.
is.
I say that in the creepiest old guy voice ever.
Now, I don't know if we can trust this motherfucker, one way or the other, but spellcaster? I haven't ever seen a spellcaster that didn't have a Verossi emblem on him. An old man like that go unnoticed pretty easily, you know? We're protecting this girl, and yes, I've seen the baby for a while, so, you know, take an old man with us, we'd look pretty unassuming. It would really help, you know, give us cover traveling through areas. And on top of that, if you can cast spells, you can bust out with, like, I don't know, what do you wizards do? Fireballs or some bullshit like that?
I've
no,
casted
nothing
a
as
few.
stupid and as boring as that. But
yeah,
also, there's insurance here, as you said. As a magic caster, he's either Verossi and he dies, or he's not, and he has just as much to risk as us.
Alright.
I don't trust him on a personal level, but I'd take him with us.
I'll earn your
Sure.
trust, young man.
Look, Zanzil, I appreciate
Sure.
you offering this, and we very well could owe you our lives. We'll see. But let's plan on approaching the prince tomorrow. Does that sound good? It's nighttime now.
Great. I'll make sure I've got the right spells. We'll be good.
Tariq, you good with this?
Hold on. Do we
I-
want to enter loudly or leave quietly?
Oh, no. You let me... We're entering quietly. We're going to try
Okay.
to make this as peaceful as possible.
Great. I know just the one.
Okay.
And with that note, JP,
Yeah, we'll go to break. He said it so epically, and I was just like, yeah, totally. We'll be right back, guys.
To break we go! Da, da, da!
There you go. We'll be back in 3 to 5 minutes, and we'll go into the final hour after this. See you then.
bye!